Stop looking for shortcuts. Oh, you know what? Let me change that. Ooh, I like this show today. This is gonna be this is gonna be a good show. We gotta stop. Yep. Yep. That's it. Stop. How do I say this? What's the proper way to say this? That's it. Stop settling for the bare minimum. I'm tired of hearing middle-class people, specifically in the minority space, saying, we're always going to struggle. So struggle smart. Stop settling for the bare minimum. And it starts with you. Stop it. When she said, hey, if you're going to struggle with $1,000 mortgage, $1,000 rent payment, why not struggle with $1,000 mortgage? So I was listening to her and I was like, hey, break that down some more. What do you mean by that? She's like, well, if you can afford $1,000 rent, then you can afford $1,000 mortgage. She was giving an example. We're not saying rent is that cheap in today's day and time. Okay, so that's number one. But she was just giving an example of the numbers. If you can afford X amount in rent and you can afford X amount in a mortgage payment, and if you can afford X amount in a mortgage payment, then why not struggle with equity, then struggle with rent? I said, here's the problem that I want to even break down even further. You're using the word struggle. So what I'm hearing you say is, hey, go ahead and settle for the minimum, settle for the struggle. Ooh, that's good. We got to stop settling for the struggle. That's it right there. Stop settling for the struggle. And she's like, if you're going to struggle over here, struggle over here. So I'm like, no. Here's my biggest problem with you. I can agree with you on one thing. If you can afford to pay out $1,000 over here, then you can afford to pay out $1,000 over there. But the problem is, it's not the $1,000. Let's get rid of the mortgage payment. Let's get rid of the rent payment. You're saying struggle. So what you're telling the minority people to do is struggle. Struggle. You're not telling them, hey, let's figure out a way to no longer struggle. But let's struggle smart. And I'm like, ma'am, respectfully, I totally disagree with what you're saying. I would rather rent for $1,000, get on a strategy, get on a plan to increase my income, to lower my outgoing responsibilities as far as in my bills and my debt, get on a strategy that gets me out of the struggle, so when I get into a mortgage payment, I am free. I can enjoy my home. I am no longer struggling. But to tell people, if you're going to struggle over here, go struggle over there, that is putting that person in hell. I often get questions about life insurance, where to buy, how to find affordable rates, the simplest application process, and most importantly, where to secure coverage instantly. Like, people don't want to wait a long time. They want the coverage right now. Giving the startling statistic that nearly 40% of African Americans do not have life insurance coverage today, it's even more critical to address these questions. My recommendation to all these questions is simple. My friends over at Ethos Life Insurance. These are the people who hold my life insurance policy. You see, their mission is to simplify life insurance and make it accessible online to everyone. No paperwork, no medical exams, or check this out, no blood tests. You simply answer some health questions online, and just like that, you can secure coverage the exact same day. But the cherry on the top, family, Ethos offers an incredible deal that I wish I had when I signed up with them for my life insurance policy about 2 years ago. You see, when you secure a life insurance policy through them, they will throw in a will and estate plan for 100% free. I'm tripping and I'm excited at the same time because I personally spent $2,500 on my estate plan at the beginning of this year. So getting it free with a life insurance policy that might cost you as low as $50, that's a no-brainer. I mean, like none. Don't just take my word for it. You see, Tanner R., a customer, secured a $500,000 30-year policy without a physical exam through Ethos. He says the price was great. The process was completely easy. You see, Ethos truly values our time. You see, Alex got approved for a $1 million policy in just 5 minutes. She said, simple and straight to the point. Comments were, surprisingly, user-friendly and great communication. So, are you ready to protect your family's financial future? Don't let this statistic define you. I want you to get covered today and get a will and get the life insurance policy and get the what's it called? The estate plan for 100% free. All you gotta do is go to anthonyoneal.com/ethos. Again, that is anthonyoneal.com/ethos. Secure your coverage today and ensure peace of mind for your loved ones. All right, let's get back to today's show. A right thing at the wrong time becomes a nightmare. $1,000 of rent, if that toilet go broke, they don't have to fix that toilet. If the AC go out, they don't have to fix that AC. If a tree falls to the roof, they don't have to fix that. If a light busts and it no longer works, they don't have to fix it. But as soon as you tell someone to get into a mortgage payment, get into a home, if that AC go out, they got to fix it. They got to replace it. Oh, Anthony, they got home warranty insurance. Oh my gosh. I was telling my team this the other day. I was just coming back from somewhere, and there's a police officer sitting in the front of my yard. And I'm thinking the police officer was from one of my neighbors. No, when I got out the car, my driver dropped me off from coming back from somewhere, the police officer pulled up into my driveway and knocked on my front door. I'm like, what the heck? And the police officer gave me a note from a law firm. And it was from the city or state, I can't remember where, but it was from somewhere here in Maryland, saying that I owed them about $3,000 because of the plumbing under my house. The plumbing under my house, the city put it in or the state put it in, whoever put it in, and the homeowners need to pay back for them installing that up underneath my home. And I totally forgot about that because they were sending me the bills, but I thought it was the water bill. And I'm like, I already have my water bill on automatic pay. And so I was like, I'm good, it's gonna come out. They keep sending me these bills, it's gonna automatically just come out. So when I read it, I called my attorney, make sure everything was straight. He said, yeah, man, call him. This is nothing major. It seems like you're just missing out on something. Just pay it and you'll be good. So I called them and said, hey, this is not your water bill. This is for the plumbing. So I went ahead and cut them the full check. I was like, man, I'm so sorry. I was like, yes, we will bill you once a year. You should receive it Q1 of every single year. I didn't pay it in 2 years. That's why they had a police officer drop off the note so that way I can get it. And I told them on this call, and I was like, man, there's so much more responsibilities when it comes to home ownership. And I think what we tell people is, you know what? You're gonna have to always have a car, struggle with the car payment. You're gonna have to always have this struggle with this, rather than sitting here telling people, let's figure out a way on how we can have a strategy to where we're no longer struggling. No longer struggling. If you're living in California and you're a family of 4 and you only make about $68,000, $70,000 a year, why are you not moving to North Carolina? Why are you not moving to Dallas, Texas? Why are you not getting out of the expensive state so you can rebuild and come back? Why are you settling for the struggle? Why? Move to a place, get a job in a place that you can live comfortable. The reason why I will not go back to California yet, I will not go there and get something yet, is because I am not at an income by my personal standards of living to where I can live the way I want to live in California. And I love the weather. I was just out there visiting my family and oh my gosh. I remember when I went out there during the winter months, it was about 42 degrees. No, it was about 32 degrees here. And it was like almost 80 degrees in California. I said, oh my goodness. But the lifestyle that I want, I will be struggling in California to make that happen. So I said, I'm not gonna move back there until I have a surplus of at least a couple of $1 million coming in every single year to me personally, not to my business, but Anthony ONeal is making $2 million or more a year. So that way I can enjoy the life that I want and I'm not gonna settle for the struggle.
Welcome to the table, yeah, yeah.